Hi, I'm Dirtbike Managing Editor Mark Tilley, and welcome back to our video series Premix, where it's all two strokes all the time. Today we're bringing you something that we've never brought you before. It's a factory Super Mini. If you're in the Super Mini age group, you know how cool this motorcycle is. This is straight off the assembly line from the TM factory in Italy. And yes, we said TM, not KTM. If you're not familiar with TM, TM, like we said, is a small family-owned company out of Italy that basically makes handmade works bikes. Most of their bikes are developed in racing, whether it's off-road racing or motocross racing on the Grand Prix circuit. This machine was developed the same way. Like we said, if you are in the mini racing scene, it can be really expensive to build a Super Mini motorcycle. This one comes, like we said, directly off the assembly line, the way that it sits here. There is some slight differences on this model than what is off the OEM model that comes off of their assembly line that the US importer changes, like the tires, handlebars, grips, little stuff like that. So let's review what this bike comes stock with. It comes stock with Bridgestone tires, Excel rims, billet aluminum hubs, a billet aluminum triple clamp system, Brembo braking and hydraulic clutch components, a 112cc engine, V-force reeds, a key and carburetor that feeds the 112cc cylinder, an aluminum frame, an aluminum extended swing arm, and suspension that matches the Super Mini size of the motorcycle. And yes, the HGS exhaust system is stock on this motorcycle. You can't deny the styling of this motorcycle. TM always does a really good job of just making the bike look clean. Doing some research online, this configuration of motorcycle might be a little bit different than what you're seeing on the world scene because the US importer does bring the bikes in and he knows his market a little bit better, so he does change stuff to fit his market. 2021 is the first year of the TM 112. It was specifically made for the US market and shares the same mainframe and swing arm as the 85 model that they produce. It has a different fork, same shock, but valved, and internally it's all done to match the Super Mini motorcycle. This bike does have Bridgestone tires on it for the test. That's going to be a little bit different than the Mitas tires that come stock on the bike. And the main question that everybody wants answered is, how did they get to 112 cc's? It's actually 111.8, but it is a stroker motor. It's not a big bore motor. So we just finished our first day of testing on the TM 112. We had multiple sizes of test riders on this motorcycle, ranging from the actual mini size kid up to adults on this bike. Everybody came back impressed. The bike has snap, it has pull off bottom, pull through the mid, It maybe lacks a little bit on top that we're used to other 85s having, but it is a stroker motor, so it does have that grunt down low and that pull through the mid. The suspension works pretty good on a wide variety of terrain that we did. This is something that is not offered by any other manufacturer, and TM only offers this bike for the US market. So that's pretty cool. They're making custom motorcycles for their customers. Again, this bike does come with really good components. The bike is a little bit finicky on the jetting, and we do recommend running a portion of race gas with it so that it doesn't ping or detonate or anything like that, but that's kind of standard for this size motorcycle, you know, 125, same type of thing. Initially, this bike might cost a little bit more from the factory than what a competitor's motorcycle would be, but then building it into, having to build a competitor bike into a Super Mini, you're talking about spending $3,000, $4,000 to get the performance there. So it's really cool that TM is making this motorcycle for a very specific market. Like we said before, TM does do a lot of their research and development in the racing world, and this bike proves that's what they're doing. The company loves to race, and we love the fact that they are racers at heart. If you want all the in-depth specs on this motorcycle and the full test, head over to dirtbikemagazine.com or look for it in an upcoming printed issue of the magazine. If you got a little bit more time on your hands, you want to see some more cool two-strokes, click the video thumbnail now. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our latest releases.